Hello, my name is Emma. This video is the second part to going over a very niche and formative fanfiction from many MLP fans' childhoods, including my own. I suggest you watch the first part first. It's a long video, but it's a wild and fun time, I promise. It also provides a lot of context you might need, but if you're not feeling that, I'll give you a brief overview to explain the context for this second part. The fanfiction Bride of Discord follows the main six from My Little Pony Friendship is Magic and one of the villains in the show named Discord. It was written in 2013 by the creator Disney Fanatic 2364 and was later made into a 10-part YouTube series. Fluttershy and Discord are a popular pair in the fandom, and this fanfiction and YouTube series only popularized that in a big way. I had watched this series when I was younger, and I rewatched it again for this video. Some things held up, and many things aged poorly.
Let this be a warning to you that I am the tickle torturer here. She's even lovelier when unconscious.
You do not want help alike on your conflicting emotions for Spike?
Now how did you, I mean, it wouldn't be weird if some pony so much older than you happened to like you a lot?
The fanfiction follows Discord and Fluttershy's questionable relationship ending in their happy ending and marriage. At the end of the last episode, we are teased with a sequel. By this point, I had watched hours of this series, dedicated a lot of time to it, analyzing it, taking notes. I was very tired of this, but I said if you all wanted it, I would do the second part, not thinking I would gain any traction from this. Well, it turns out you do want this. So here we are. Also, just for clarification, I have a lot of fun doing these videos. The abundance of work just gets to you sometimes. That's where my fatigue comes from. I'm not trying to complain. Anywho, the sequel, Daughter of Discord, which we are going over today, spans 8 episodes and is a little over 5 hours long in total. While the first fanfiction follows the original show closely in a lot of regards, Daughter of Discord takes a lot more liberties and creative freedom, meaning most of the cast is fan-made characters. We will get into that, don't worry. Daughter of Discord follows Bride of Discord in that it was published as a standalone fanfiction and later was made into a YouTube series with original artwork and voice actors. Now, with that out of the way, I must give some context on the star of this fanfiction. The main character and the Daughter of Discord herself is named Screwball. I don't want to spoil too much yet, but this fanfiction does have a lot of fan-created children for the main six, and Screwball is one character not fan-created at all. She is actually in the show, albeit briefly. She appeared in the 2-part finale of season 2 with Discord taking over Equestria. She doesn't have any lines, she's not a notable character, but she does float briefly in the background, which was enough for the Brony fandom to latch onto her. A popular interpretation of this character is for her to be Discord's daughter, and this became wildly accepted in the fandom. This was a very common thing. Many of the background ponies had a life of their own, completely separate from the show, just from fan interpretation and headcanons. The most notable fan media produced from this Screwball Discord relationship was the song Daddy Discord. I know, kind of a weird name, but it will always be a banger to me. Screwball is kind of forgotten. She didn't have a lot of other appearances in the show, and of course she was never confirmed to be Discord's actual daughter, but an interesting piece of Brony history regardless. In this video, we will be getting into the nitty-gritty on this fanfiction, and I will be making my own interpretation of Screwball. It had been a while since I actually made art, so it was nice to have a little help with today's sponsor, Skillshare. Skillshare is a longtime friend of this channel and provide the largest learning community for creative. Skillshare provides thousands of classes with a wide range of topics, including graphic design, photography, music, and so much more. I personally have been following the class Character Design Fundamentals Part 2 Gestures and Expressions by Emma Gillette. I like to get into more basics when I haven't done art in a while, so this was very helpful and I learned a couple new techniques. But you don't have to use Skillshare for your work skills only. You can also use it for a new hobby you've been wanting to pursue but never got around to. The new year brings a new air of motivation, and bringing out your creativity could be a great way to bring new excitement into 2025. The first 500 people to use my link in the description will receive a 1-month free trial of Skillshare, and you can get started today. Thank you, Skillshare, and let's get on to this squeakquel. Episode 1 starts with Fluttershy's baby shower. We learn a lot of things in this scene, like how Rainbow Dash is also pregnant with twins with her husband, Soren, of course.
You're having 2 foals? Which one's going to be my godchild? Well, I picked the second longest straw after Twilight, which means I get to be the godmother of the next foal in our group. So, does that mean I get the first one that comes out?
We got a time skip at the end of the series, but this seems to be a bigger time skip from the initial one. It's not clearly stated, but it's there. They speculate on what Fluttershy's baby will actually look like because Discord and her are not the same species.
I tried looking inside, but something keeps blocking me out.
You don't suppose it has chaos magic, do you?
That would actually be kind of cool.
And we get a little insight on how Applejack and Spike actually got together.
Guess that means I get to be the godmother of the other one.
And Spike will be its godfather!
Huh?
Oh, you know, because you two are totally gonna tie the knot someday.
Now, Pinky, we haven't been dating that long. Besides, we'd have to wait until Spike's old enough for, that kind of commitment.
Discord had to put us on a dating game just to get us together.
See, Spike? Doesn't that make me a wonderful friend?
This was a big component for me last time, and I don't know how I feel continuing on. One thing notable I will say is that some of the voice actors have noticeably changed from the last series. One of my favorites is Rarity. I don't think the last Rarity was bad, but this one is just so endearing.
Do you even know if it's pony-shaped? I could only guess from the clothes I made.
She doesn't have the most accurate impression, but her voice is so cute. Oh my gosh. The whole group laugh and celebrate and hug each other, and suddenly Fluttershy goes into labor.
What's happening?
Honey, what's wrong?
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the original show is really subtle about pony birth. The amount of detail we go into this fanfiction felt more out of place than I anticipated. I fully understand why, but it's kind of funny seeing Fluttershy on a gurney in a hospital gown giving birth to her baby. Discord is very protective of Fluttershy, which is on character for him. Despite how he treated her, he was always very protective of her. I think this iteration brought out more positive traits in Discord, which I like much better. The baby is born, and Discord wonders if she's his because she looks normal. And we hear a phrase we hear so many times in this fanfiction, which is Fluttershy disapprovingly saying his name. Take a shot every time you hear Fluttershy say Discord.
How do we know it's my baby?
Discord!
Fluttershy and Discord go back and forth for a long time until Discord finally accepts the baby as his when he finds out she has powers just like him. Discord settles on the name Screwball very quickly by himself, and Fluttershy questions this.
Well, call her Screwball.
Screwball? Wouldn't that be labeling our baby as crazy?
But ultimately they agree. Oh my god. And despite everything these ponies have been through with each other, they're still wary of Discord, which I find so funny. They're always kind of turned off by everything they do with their lives.
Never mind.
I know! Isn't she just precious? We named her Screwball.
How lovely.
But you know what? I guess they're trying. We cut to intro and they use the banger song. Very fitting, of course. It's a great use of an already known song in the fandom that's already associated with this character, so W on that. After that, Twilight roast the hell out of that baby.
There was no doubt about it. Screwball proved to be a difficult baby.
So Screwball and Dinky Doo, another character that is actually a background pony in the show who is widely considered to be Derpy's child, was born on the same day as Screwball, and because of that, Dinky and her become best friends. I think that's cute. Dinky's appearance is altered slightly in this fanfiction. She has eyes like Derpy's, and usually they are changed to be blue because Dr. Hooves is supposed to be her dad. We fly through each pony's life event in this episode. I get why we're trying to get to the children's story, so we gotta get through them being babies first. But it does feel like a lot of information and events being thrown at you in a really short amount of time. Rainbow Dash has twins named Thunder Dash and Lightning Dash, I think. Rarity gets married to Fancy Pants. Applejack and Spike adopt two children named Cinnamon Stick and Cinnamon Roll.
Mommy!
Oh, look at you, aren't you just the sweetest little filly?
Aren't they adorable?
Our new daddy's a dragon? Awesome!
I assume they got married. They kind of teased it in the beginning, but it's not explicitly stated, so I'm not sure. I would say this is random, but it is set up in the first part that Applejack does have a connection to orphan children, so this is a nice callback. Rainbow Dash finds out she's pregnant again.
Honey, promise me we won't have any more kids.
Yeah, about that.
And as you can see, there's a bit of a theme going here. You get a kid, you get a kid, you get 3 kids. You know what I'm saying? Pinky ends up with a character named Red Shoes. I was confused by this character because in the series he looks so much like Cheese Sandwich, an actual character in the show, that I thought he was just based off of him, but for some reason they changed him to be someone else. In my mind, I thought maybe it was because they didn't like Weird Al Yankovic or something. But no, that's not the case. I looked into this more and found that Red Shoes was just a character made before Cheese Sandwich was actually in the show. And by the time they started making the YouTube drama, Cheese Sandwich was widely shipped with Pinkie Pie, so they just combined the two. That's why he looks like Cheese Sandwich with different colored hair. Red Shoes and Pinkie Pie have triplets, and Rarity has a little daughter. As you can see, we have a lot of fan children. I think that the designs of these characters vary. Some, like Thunder and Lightning, I think their designs are cool. I love their opposites but go together. But a lot of the children are pretty much just recolors of their parents, which does make it easy to tell whose is whose, but it does get confusing later on because visually it just looks like Pinkie Pie. It just looks like Rainbow Dash, you know what I'm saying? We have a little time skip again when the children are older and go to school in, I assume, Ponyville. I was confused by this character. I thought this was Applejack's daughter, but I was wrong. It's actually Shirley and Big Mac's daughter, so there you go. The ponies decide to play basketball, and Dinky and Screwball, looking different, makes them singled out. It seems that some of the ponies are scared of Screwball because of her powers, which is an interesting facet to this character since she seems pretty unaware of it in some ways. Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon, bullies in the original show, have siblings in this that are fan created and are also bullies and are basically just gender bent versions of both of those characters.
My name is Screwball.
Exactly our point. We're not having a nut play with us.
Knock it off, you guys.
You're not being fair.
Why won't you let them play?
Why doesn't she go back to where she belongs?
These two characters bully Dinky and Screwball.
Huh? Ow! Dinky!
Gosh, sorry. Hope that didn't cause any brain damage.
Screwball goes full edgelord Joker beatbox. Which made me laugh, I'm not gonna lie.
You wanna play basketball? Fine. Let's play some basketball.
But also made me love this characterization. My feelings were a bit squashed because this next scene was disturbing.
Hey, put me down. Ouch.
Boing, 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 boing goes the basketball. And she shoots. She scores, and the crowd goes wild.
I don't know. know, it just feels weird to me. I don't think it was intentional, but I've seen too many things on the internet. Let's just leave it at that. Screwball's personality definitely reminds me of Vanellope von Schweetz from Wreck-It Ralph. It's clear Disney fanatic takes things from Disney movies and puts them into her own work, which I think is cute. I like to see where the inspirations come from.
I'm Screwball, the princess of chaos and the daughter of discord and Fluttershy. And you all made fun of me and hurt my friend.
Screwball gets in trouble for almost killing her classmates, and Filthy Rich's voice actor made me laugh so much.
She is a menace, Miss Shirley, and you should expel her at once if you don't want things to get complicated.
Tag someone gay in the comments to out them.
Mostly because of the mic quality. I can't help it, I'm a simple woman. After they get home, Fluttershy makes Screwball tell her dad what she did at dinner. He reacts about how you think he would.
You played basketball and they were the balls?
Then this happens.
Discord, may I talk with you alone?
Oh? Ooh. All right then, darling. Let's talk.
Discord!
Dude, come on. Oh, hell no. Fluttershy and Discord are concerned that Screwball, if she becomes out of control with her powers, like she presented today, or turns evil, she will have to be turned to stone like him, which at the time I took as foreshadowing. It's not, by the way. Again with these classic Discord Riz lines.
What? I love it when you go nuts. It's so attractive.
That's it! You're sleeping on the couch tonight.
What?
Fluttershy gets mad, and you know what? I'm glad she's taking agency in the series. It's very refreshing compared to how she was before. Thank God. Screwball is weirdly a part of their marital problems.
No. I'm just gonna go to bed early.
Don't you walk away from me, young lady! I'm not finished with you! I make the rules around here!
I don't think that's healthy. And that's the end of the first episode.
Your daddy is so...
Screwball's relationship with the Discord is very cute, and like Fluttershy, Discord is very protective of her. After Screwball opens up about how other ponies think she's bad, Discord consoles his daughter about how everyone's a little crazy and that she shouldn't worry because she's got powers.
It's nothing to be ashamed of, sweetie. You have something that other ponies don't have. Chaos!
I think Screwball's concerns are valid, especially in this universe. The ponies seem to react rather harshly and swiftly when it comes to these things. They don't really think about nuances or anything. I'd be scared too. Screwball worries that no one will ever like her and that she'll hurt people she loves. But Discord explains that isn't the case at all.
I'll spare you the details, but let's just say my rampage involved turning your Aunt Applejack into cereal and Twilight Sparkle's horn into a candy cane. I had lost so much control that I ended up physically hurting your mother. I could no longer keep her knowing what I did, knowing that she would never forgive me, so I let her go. But you know something? She returned to me and we finally confessed our feelings for each other.
How does this apply to me? Are you saying that no matter what I do, every pony's gonna be okay with it?
Well, not every pony. Only the ones that matter.
I do like how transparent Discord is being about Fluttershy and his relationship. It's good. He's acknowledging his faults. Though it does fall a little flat when you actually hear what he's saying. Fluttershy was held against her will, meant to marry someone she didn't like that much, and after she finally warms up to him, he explodes and hurts her and her friends. He does set her free, but Fluttershy does come back because suddenly she loves him, and then all their problems are fixed. Second chances are everything, but in my opinion, I feel we were a bit past that. Fluttershy and Discord's relationship is much better in this iteration. Their pairing is more tame but also imperfect, which makes it feel more real in some ways, but that context from before doesn't really go away either. It's still a part of them, and they talk about it often. So after that heart-to-heart, we get our first song, which I was so happy about. I thought we weren't gonna get any more songs. Every episode in the last series, for the most part, had some kind of song, and this one is no different. It's a cover version of Daddy Discord. I think this creator titled it the lullaby version. It's not the worst, though it is a little distracting since the background instrumental is the melody, so there's these awkward pauses in between lyrics.
'Cause I'm your daddy Discord.
But other than that, it's fine. In the morning, Screwball sneaks out to her secret place in the Everfree Forest where she practices her abilities. I like this idea, though I do think it would have more weight if Screwball was not allowed to use her powers at all and was made to hide that because her parents feared her being turned into stone. There is some fear with Screwball's powers, but we go back and forth a lot, so it's not always consistent. We fade to Queen Chrysalis in her kingdom hive thing.
Ugh, it's hopeless. Since Discord became such a fluffy do-gooder, Equestria's defenses have been harder to penetrate than ever.
And her son. Queen Chrysalis is a character in My Little Pony. She was a villain who had a very iconic 2-part finale with a banger. This song is so good. Probably the best My Little Pony song, hands down. Queen Chrysalis is what's known as a changeling, and her army of bug ponies can shift into any form to mimic things and apparently feed off love. I think that's how it is in the show, I'm pretty sure. And in this fanfiction, they can only eat love, I guess. Queen Chrysalis sends out her son to feed for the first time, and this character is very much fan-made. He's not in the show at all. Popping them out left and right, I'm telling you. The prince leaves the hive for, I assume, the first time, since it seems like he's never been outside before. And we flesh out a little more about how changelings' powers actually work. I do like that. I like when fanfictions build on something that the show doesn't go into much detail about. The prince sees Screwball and targets her, pretending to be Dinky, and because Screwball has the ability to see when people lie, she blows his cover almost immediately.
Impersonating ponies is not very nice.
But how did you know I was— Ow!
Answer my question. Who are you and what are you doing here?
What are you, nuts?
If it's not obvious by now, this is Screwball's love interest. I think that was pretty obvious. And by this point, most of the comments were pointing out how this feels like The Lion King 2, which I have not seen in a very long time, so I'm not sure if this is very similar. Let me know.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know what kind of place like that exists.
Screwball offers him chocolate milk and he loves it. Okay. They kind of flirt, and I'm only saying this because that's what these illustrations imply.
And your eyes are very—
Strange. I know.
I was gonna say interesting.
Well, I'm a unique pony.
I don't know. I'm just telling you what I see. They properly introduce themselves, the prince revealing that his name is Mothball.
My name's Mothball.
We're both balls.
Pause. We go back to the parents who realize that Screwball is in fact missing. Discord finds Screwball and immediately yells at this child.
Step away from my daughter!
Daddy, wait!
That's your dad?
I feel so Sigma and
But thankfully, before Discord can murder the child, Chrysalis shows up. And it's clear they got history.
It's been a while, Dissy dear.
You know her?
Our paths have crossed a few times.
Is that all you can say about us?
The two grab their children and part ways. When they get home, Discord gives Screwball a very hypocritical lecture.
Don't you and Mom always say that every creature has a heart?
Every creature but changelings.
This series has moments that make me laugh out loud.
Oh, Daddy, that's disgusting!
They're born without hearts! They're hollow! No heart, no compassion, no morals, no—
Discord, close up your chest.
Discord does stuff like this all the time. Why is this disgusting? In Bride of Discord, the only time we really saw Fluttershy showing romantic interest in Discord was through jealousy, and this is no different.
I mean, the way she spoke to you, it was like you two were close.
She's obviously jealous that Discord knew Queen Chrysalis somehow, and Discord reveals that they were friends when they were younger and that she got Discord into some trouble. There's something so funny about this prank. Discord does not fuck with her, and she's clearly trying so hard. Fluttershy brings up that their dynamic seemed weird, and Discord quickly shuts that down.
Did you— You thought that me and Chrysalis? Oh, you really are paranoid, my dear.
We cut back to the hive, and Queen Chrysalis explains her lore with Discord and assigns Mothball to spy on Screwball to gain more information so they can take over the world or whatever. It's clear we're alluding to something with Queen Chrysalis and Discord.
An emotion you know will only destroy you. After all, it destroyed us.
Huh?
I mean, don't let this little Billy get in the way of you becoming great!
But it's brushed off for the most part for now. Next episode.
Do you want to endure the pain? Get it through your little brain!
We start off in what I assume is the Cutie Mark Crusaders treehouse, where Big Mac and Cheerlee's daughter is trying to figure out what her cutie mark is, and all of the other pony children try to help her. The group notices that Screwball is acting strange. They over-explain everything right in front of her.
Maybe she has low blood sugar.
I made some rolls this morning. They have lots of sugar. We gave one to Dad and his feet would just not stop moving. Just ask Cinnamon Stick.
Don't be silly. Screw eats nothing but cotton candy and chocolate. She's never low on blood sugar.
Is she sick?
Now that's even sillier. Screwball's the Princess of Chaos. She never gets sick.
Yeah, don't be an idiot, Prism.
I don't know. I think this fanfiction has a lot of characters and maybe too many characters. I think the creator found the need to include them in dialogue as much as possible so no one gets left out, which I understand, but it does get a little too much sometimes. And then Screwball asks if they know anything about changeling.
Do you guys know what a changeling is? What's a changeling?
They're shapeshifters.
They're evil.
They're scary.
And they take the forms of the ones you love.
And they eat that love.
Like spaghetti.
Our mom battled those guys at Flutterby Lily's parents' wedding.
They were tough.
But our mom was victorious.
Ahem. Our parents were there too. So was Screwball's mom, Aunt Twilight, Aunt Rarity, and Aunt Pinky. But Mom said Prince Shining Armor and Princess Cadence defeated them in the end.
Well, yeah, but Mom fought them off hard with a rainbow rocket punch!
Yeah, our mommy's awesome!
Shut up, Prism!
As you can see, we go through a lot of info dumps for exposition. My Little Pony lore is kind of extensive, and if you don't know it, you won't get what's going on, so I do understand why this needs to be explained, but like I said, it's a lot sometimes. We cut to Mothball, who again has a very bad home life, and literally everyone hates him.
The least Her Majesty could do is pick a female to be heir. After all, a male can't reproduce on his own.
On the bright side, he'll have to choose a queen when he inherits the throne. Maybe he'll pick me.
In this scene, Mothball sounds weirdly similar to Alan from Smiling Friends.
They're right. I don't deserve to be the prince.
This homeless man won't leave, so I'm spraying him with dirty brown water.
Mothball obviously has a crush on Screwball, or that's what I'm getting.
Mother did say I could choose a queen when I'm older, but I don't know any girls. That filly was kinda cute though.
And we get the setup that Mothball does in fact have a heart.
Swirly hair, her lollipop eyes. What is wrong with me?
Oh my god. Actually, I don't even know if I mentioned it yet, but changelings don't have hearts, or that's what everyone says. Mothball sneaks out of the hive to visit Screwball and to have a little more fun, be kids and shit. Mothball asks about Discord and Fluttershy's relationship, and Screwball tells him the whole tale.
He asked for a bride if he would. They weren't ready for marriage yet, so they didn't tie the knot until a year later. Then they had me.
That's the most romantic thing I've ever heard.
The most romantic thing I've ever heard.
Really glazing this relationship. I'm sorry. Screwball and Mothball bond over their shared differences, and Screwball shares a little advice.
If you don't want it, you don't have to take it. What you are doesn't label who you are.
You're touching my hoof.
I'm the daughter of Chaos, but that doesn't mean I'm going to take over Equestria someday. I'm also the daughter of the element of kindness, but that doesn't mean I'm Miss Nice to every pony. Though I guess I'm a little bit of both. But I'm also me.
So true. Also, the wolf sound effects on the scene are so loud, dude. Especially with this awkward pause.
If that's okay with you, of course.
Sure?
Yeah!
They both agree to be friends and continue to play and be kids. There's this running bit with this character named Aquafresh and Lightning Dash. I believe Aquafresh is terrified of Screwball, but Lightning Dash thinks it's something with her.
Great! You can wait with Screwball on the bench there.
On second thought, I think I left something on the stove.
But
bye!
Wait! Aqua! Seriously, is it my breath?
I think this is kind of cute, but I wouldn't be bringing this up right now unless it was important later, so keep this in mind. Apple Blossom gets her cutie mark, which explains this weird line from earlier.
You smell nice.
What was that? Talent is perfumes.
Huh?
Actually, I have Thunder Dash to thank for my cutie mark.
Thank God. And Screwball is consumed by feelings for her new crush.
Since when did you become so girly?
What do you mean?
You've covered the ground in lovey-dovey hearts.
I hadn't even realized it was
SB plus MB?
Ooh, who's MB? No pony.
Fluttershy and Discord's relationship was very naive in Bride of Discord, and their feelings bloomed very quickly, which felt a bit jarring for adult creatures, considering their huge power imbalance. So I was very interested to see how this relationship would play out, and I am pleasantly surprised. It's clear that this writer enjoys romance, and this kind of quick feelings, a crush at the drop of the hat, works so much better when you're younger, and it makes a lot more sense. Screwball breaks into a song about Mothball, and they sing a little duet.
Songs that's so chaotic I can squeal from the way he makes me feel so bubbly and fluttery and just plain weird. Any doubts I had before have now disappeared.
In the last series, we had a lot of pre-existing songs with changes, but in this one, they are completely original, and I'm trying to be as kind as possible, but you can tell.
I met someone odd who's left me so odd, so bubbly and fluttery and just plain weird. Any doubts I've had before have now disappeared.
These songs have their moments, don't get me wrong, but a lot of them go on long, and the singers are, Discord and Fluttershy notice their daughter acting differently, and again, the comedic pause it.
She's been staring off into space a lot, not listening to a word I say.
Oh, honey, she does that all the time.
I swear to God. Because Screwball is acting girly and making hearts everywhere, they come to the conclusion that she has a crush, and Discord loses his shit.
Who is he? I'll burn him to a crisp if he thinks he can date my daughter! He thinks he can match against Discord! He has another thing!
Screwball lies to Discord, and I do find it nice that he is trying to regulate his emotions a little more. Screwball meets with Mothball again, and they talk about food some more.
But they don't usually taste very good. Chocolate seems to be an exception. It tastes like love.
Oh. Okay.
After that, Mothball comes home, and Queen Chrysalis gives Mothball an assignment to go break Screwball's heart because she knows he's been sneaking out to see her.
But she's so much fun. And she's She's my friend and...
Friend?
Oh no, I said the F word.
Scenes like this make me wish this fanfiction went total comedy because I think it would just be a fun time. I just wish it was goofy, fully goofy. Mothball doesn't want to do this, and Queen Chrysalis transitions into another song.
Sing it, children.
Love is for the meek, for the strong to make them weak. Love is for the meek, for the strong to make them weak. Love is for the meek, for the strong to make them weak.
This is your destiny, my son. It's time you embraced it.
Love is for the meek, for the strength.
Banger. This song is one of the better ones. I think it's really giving Lion King vibes. The lyrics don't always rhyme or match, but it's fine. Mothball goes back to Screwball in the forest and tries to break up with her in quotations. This doesn't work because Screwball can tell when ponies are lying to her, as I said before, so they pretend to be mad at each other, which is so cute.
Oh! Well, fine. Maybe I'm tired of you too.
Is that so? Well, if we're so tired of each other, then maybe we shouldn't see each other anymore.
Fine with me.
You know, you never really were my friend. You're just a stupid, funny-eyed girl.
Well, you weren't my friend either. I just like disobeying my parents because it's fun to be a disobedient child.
And that ends episode 3. Let's move on to...
Or am I meant for more than what's decreed?
In episode 4, there's a 5-year time skip which isn't acknowledged in the actual episode but is written in the episode's title, so it's Screwball and Dinky's birthday. Most of the characters are there except Twilight, who is rarely in this fanfiction except for narration. I think that's about it. It's revealed that Applejack and Spike had another child, but this time biologically. Spike is noticeably older, but it still makes me uncomfortable. I've been trying not to focus on it too much since Applejack and Spike aren't a focus, so it's okay. But it's also not okay.
You go, little fella. There's a good little apple Spike.
Seriously, what kind of name is Apple Spike?
Seriously, what kind of name is Apple Spike?
Hey, that's what I said. And if you thought the abundance of children previously were allowed, buckle up. Fluttershy and Discord had their second child. The baby also has powers just like Discord. I wish he was just a normal baby. Him having powers doesn't add much to the story, so I think it would have been a little more interesting if the trait skipped him, but that's just my opinion. Anyway, we move around the room, having little gags with Pinky's children. While Discord is handing out cake, we are introduced to Rarity's daughter, technically for the second time, but this is the first time she spoke. At this point, I forgot Rarity had a kid. I forgot about Rarity, really.
But how many calories does this have? I'm on a diet. Oh, brother.
Don't be such a party pooper, Gemstone.
Oh, boy. Alright. Rarity alludes to some marriage problems.
How come Daddy didn't come to Ponyville with us?
He, has some business in Canterlot. He's sorry he couldn't come.
Is he coming to the Grand Galloping Gala? He promised he'd dance with me.
We're running with that theme of punishing Rarity again, but you know what? I can understand after those TikToks came out.
I am so sick of this woke nonsense. You can't even say happy heartwarming anymore. You can't say every pony anymore. You're supposed to say every creature. Am I supposed to put myself in the same category as a yak?
I'll say it again. Your faves are problematic. The ponies talk about the Grand Galloping Gala, which is an actual gala in the show. The gala was a big part in the last series as well, and this scene really highlighted how much the ponies look alike to some of the parents, considering they're older now. Prism, Rainbow Dash's daughter, and one of Pinkie Pie's triplets confuse me so much because they're pretty much carbon copies of their parents. Later on, the older girls have a sleepover, and we are given a lot of confessions to crushes that, I'm sorry, are kind of unimportant.
You two would look so cute together. I don't think he'd wanna. I'm too plain.
Are you kidding? Thunder's crazy about you. He's always raving about how sweet and innocent you look, until somebody makes you mad and you go all tough farm girl on them. Plus, to quote my brother, you smell nice.
There's nothing that interesting about any of these pairings with the children. It doesn't add a lot to the story, and if I'm being honest, I don't really care that much. Every pair is very boy-girl, except Thunderdash.
Lightning's never had a crush on any pony.
It's true. No colt has ever caught my eye.
Maybe colts aren't your thing.
Maybe colts aren't my... Huh.
This is the official first gay character in this universe. Again, there's nothing wrong with having preferences in what you write, but there are so many pairings and all of them are straight. This wouldn't be a problem, but My Little Pony lacks a lot in male characters, so every pairing feels a bit like a leap. This was refreshing. After that, we cut to Mothball, who is trying to get some love food or whatever. I don't know how to say that. Every way I try to write that, it feels weird. He runs into Aquafresh and pretends to be Thunderdash. The changelings' powers work by seeing the people they love the most and pretending to be them, so this implies that Aquafresh loves Thunderdash. After Aquafresh pokes holes in his disguise, he basically tells her, "Be who you are for your pride."
You like lightning, right?
What?
This is the modern world. Get over your insecurities and talk to her.
Talk to...
I love how he says this is the modern world, implying that there are homophobic ponies, or at least were homophobic ponies. After this, Mothball sings a little sad song, and man, oh man, is this a song.
But when I reach the top, will I like what I see? A king with an empty heart. Is that what I'm meant to be?
Before Screwball and Dinky fall asleep, Screwball confesses that she does have a crush on someone, but she doesn't say who.
Seeing a boy behind your dad's back? Jeez, Screwy, I never thought you could be so scandalous. You guys haven't kissed or anything, right? Have you?
Oh, no. Nothing like that. But at one point, I kind of wanted to.
This has been going on for what? 5 years? And you haven't even kissed yet?
The roast from Dinky is crazy. And with that, we are halfway through. Let's go. We skip to the Grand Galloping Gala, and besides one appearance at the beginning and narration, this is the first time we've seen Twilight in a while. Rarity reveals to her daughter that her father is not coming, and she is understandably upset by this.
Well...
He's coming, right, Mummy? He said he would, and we can go dancing and walk in the gardens.
Actually, sweetie, Daddy might not be coming tonight.
Why not?
He's, busy with, work.
We get into some interesting things in this episode. All the children who had crushes on each other, dance with each other, and get together. This feels very Big Bang Theory to me. Everyone gets a wife. You get a wife. The Cutie Mark Crusaders show up, and I actually enjoy what Disney Fanatic did with them. They're in a band together, which is so much more interesting than what the actual show did with them, which I'm pretty sure is just dedicating their lives to Cutie Marks. Aquafresh and Thunderdash also have a little chat, though it does not have a happy ending like the other couples.
There's something I wanted to tell you.
Oh, sure. What's up?
Screwball's not around, is she?
Hey, wanna join him?
No thanks. What I wanted to tell you is, well, I'd like for us to hang out sometime.
Really?
Yeah, you know, we could get a drink at Sugar Cube Corner or something.
That'd be great! But how come you never wanted to hang out before?
I've always wanted to hang out with you.
Then how come whenever I asked, you just ran away? Did I have bad breath when we were kids?
No. Your breath is fine. It's just, you were always with... Screwball.
She's my friend.
That's the problem.
What do you mean? What's wrong with Screwball?
You're kidding, right?
Excuse me? If you're talking about all those chaotic incidents in school, she didn't mean to hurt any pony.
She dropped a piano on Gold Digger and Silver Tray. What if she hurts you? Or me?
Scurry would never do that! She may have crazy magic, but she wouldn't hurt a fly! And if you say stuff about her again, I'll clobber you!
Lightning, I only meant...
Just shut up!
Toxic Yuri, doomed Yuri. Oh my gosh. I do like how their relationship is a little more complicated than the others, and it's more intrigue for sure, but this was kind of a 180, huh?
Shut up!
Rarity's divorce arc continues when Fancy Pants shows up to the gala, and she finally confronts him about him cheating on her.
I want an explanation as to why you ran off.
You mean you don't know?
Well, your message was quite vague. I know what you did. I never want to see you again. I'm leaving you forever. I'm taking Gemstone with me. How could you do this to me? No longer love Rarity? I don't understand. What did I do?
You know exactly what you did. Don't play innocent with me. I saw you with her.
Her? There's no her. There's only you, Rarity. To whom are you referring?
That wretch, that filthy little stallion stealer, that fleur-de-lis.
Pony infidelity, pony infidelity. Man, I love some pony infidelity. Rarity runs to the garden to cry, and Applejack goes to check on her.
How did you get so lucky, Applejack?
What do you mean?
You have a loving husband who isn't even your species, and 3 wonderful children. 2 of which aren't even yours, and 1 is in a class by himself. I don't mean to offend, but one would expect a unique family such as yours to experience hardships.
What? Yeah, this part is kind of weird. I was joking about Rarity being racist before, but now I don't know. Like, why'd she say it like that?
How can you be so happy?
Applejack brings back the Spike thing because Spike was obsessed with Rarity last time.
That dragon worships the ground you walk on. He used to do that for me, but...
Oh, now I see what this is all about. You're jealous. You're jealous that Spike chose me instead of you.
Right.
We go back inside to see Screwball and Thunderdash wishing they had someone to dance with since all their friends are paired up.
But I guess she doesn't.
She?
Yeah. Who knew, right? Hey, what if...
I love you, Lightning, but not in that way.
Oh well, can't blame a girl for asking.
Okay, this is kind of a stereotype moment. Thunderdash has shown no romantic attraction to Screwball, but would immediately be with her if she could. I don't know. That just felt weird to me. Like, you're gay, you have to be in love with all of your same-sex friends. Yeah. Mothball obviously disguises himself as a random pony and dances with Screwball to another amazing original song.
When I look into your eye, oh, why my chest is beating, and I feel like I can fly.
Discord starts genuinely tweaking over this.
Who is that called?
Honey, your temper.
Temper schmemper! I want answers, and I want them now!
Discord, don't do anything.
And Screwball and Mothball go out to talk. Screwball almost immediately tries to kiss him, and Mothball warns her that a changeling kiss is really bad. It's not explained why, but I'm sure it's completely real and not fabricated by Chrysalis.
If I kiss you, I might drain all the power from you like a sponge.
Well, that doesn't sound pleasant.
No. It's bad enough that you're sitting so close to me.
How is that bad? I mean, I get the kissing, but I'm just sitting here. How could that be bad?
Discord catches them outside, and we have a big blow up.
And Discord? Ah! A changeling! Ah! Oh, it's horrid! The changeling apocalypse has come! They're gonna eat us all! Run for your lives! Ah! It's not what you think. Seriously, he doesn't want to hurt anybody. I promise you.
I would say these ponies are being hypocritical because of Discord, but honestly, they still don't really like Discord, so I feel like this is pretty on point. In protecting Mothball, Screwball hurts her dad in a very similar fashion to how Fluttershy was thrown in the last series, which makes him very mad.
You have a lot of explaining to do, young lady.
And that is the end of episode 5. On to...
And that's how we became best as good as homies.
Episode 6 starts with the Tri-Pies eavesdropping on Discord, yelling at Screwball because of what happened at the Grand Galloping Gala. These 3 triplets are just Pinkie Pie times 3.
Prism said a bad word.
Shut up. Fine. Hypocrite.
I don't get this part at all. The delivery is just so funny.
Hypocrite. What'd you call me?
Discord yells at Screwball very hypocritically. Discord is imperfect and is portrayed to be imperfect, so this feels good. It feels right. But man, every time this voice actor yells, I feel it in my bones.
Chocolate, and he's nice to me.
I don't give a flying
The director said take 5 and Discord VA heard bust eardrums. Screwball confesses that
I love him.
You lost your mind? You know he's a changeling!
both of her parents are horrified. You think they would be a little more open-minded, considering their circumstances, but hey, it's drama. Fluttershy does acknowledge that this is how she was treated when she loved Discord, and how their love changed Discord.
Because you fell in love with me.
It was more than that. You were my everything. You still are. My life was incomplete before I met you. I would lay down my life for you!
Then don't you think Prince Mothball could feel the same about Screwball?
Again, we're going back to that I can fix him trope, but this eventually makes Discord come to his senses, I guess, but it's not really brought up again, so they don't communicate. Screwball meets Mothball in the woods again, and they play catch up until the feels come up.
Have no heart, Screwy.
Don't you know?
Of course I know! I've always known! Changelings aren't exactly blind to these things, Screwy! And I'm sorry, but you can't have feelings for me! You can't love something that has no heart to love you back with!
Why can't you see what I see?
See what?
This!
Screwball tries to tell Mothball that he does in fact have a heart, and tries to kiss him again.
Screwball, stop!
Don't run me, Katie. I'm just not ready.
Mothball breaks up with her and dips.
You should go home.
What?
Your family's probably worried sick.
Will I see you again?
Nope.
We cut back to the main 6, and Rarity pulls Fluttershy aside to go on this weird spiel again about how Discord and Fluttershy make it work with the species difference.
How do you make it work?
Make what work?
Your marriage. It can't be easy. I mean, don't you two ever fight?
What is this? Fluttershy has a better reaction and basically tells her to talk to her husband, the basic thing you do when you're in a relationship, and Rarity seems to feel better by this. Screwball is sat in her room, so Dinky tries to console her. The Tri-Pies suggest making a song for some reason. I don't know. And we get another musical number.
How many shots? Dinky, where is that music? You're not. Please tell me you're not. Up, you are. There we go. Here comes the singing.
Together since with, not figuratively. Join at the hip, not literally.
I'm not doing this. You stole that from Princess Luna. I call copyright infringement.
From this point on in the series, we get a lot of meta humor. I'm not the biggest fan of meta humor, only when it's done right, but I do find it a little funny when it's obviously something the creator is frustrated with people commenting, you know what I mean? Another thing I want to point out in this song is the tap dancing part. It's just so long. Screwball confesses to Dinky the truth about her crush, or her love now, I guess. Then we have a reprise.
One more time! We're a super duper, happy duper, loop-de-looper, alley-ooper. Wait, that line's with copy pooper. Whoops, I made an oopsie doop.
When Twilight hears about Screwball's problem, she suggests to have a private meeting with her to make her feel better, whatever that means. Twilight shows Screwball the hallway with all the stained glass windows that show major historic events in Equestria, including her father being a villain and Mothball's mom being a villain.
Screwball, the reason I brought you here is because there is a chance that you could be on one of these windows someday. Whether you are depicted as a hero or a villain is up to you.
You think I'm gonna turn evil, don't you?
All I know is that you have great power, Screwball, and with great power comes great responsibility.
Why does that sound familiar?
I don't really know why Twilight thought this would make Screwball feel better. Kind of seems like she just wanted to lecture her.
You are like a daughter to me, Screwball. And I don't want something like that to happen to you.
It won't.
Also, you've barely been around, girl. Come on. Back to Queen Chrysalis's hive. Mothball stands up to his mom. It doesn't go over well, and we get more over explanations of things we've been through many times in this episode.
She got into a fight with her dad.
Mm-hmm. And?
She has a baby brother now.
Does she now? I don't recall seeing him at the gala.
They left him in Ponyville with some pony.
And who would this pony be?
Queen Chrysalis alludes to a big plan to completely mess up Equestria and take over.
So that little infant is all alone, without his magical father to protect him.
I actually like that. Though Chrysalis could have pounced at any moment, she saw a clear weakness and acted on that. I think that's clever. I just wish it was a little more impactful and clear, and the momentum was there. We get some backstory lore after this, and it is confirmed that Chrysalis did have a crush on Discord. Chrysalis asked her mom if Discord could stay with them, and her mom says no, but later on the queen suggests that she will marry Discord.
Your union would make the takeover more official. Wouldn't you like that, darling? Not every changeling queen gets a king, you know.
I guess it makes sense with Chrysalis's mother's motivation. She just wants to take over the world, but everything feels so convoluted at this point. It's very hard for my brain to latch onto anything anymore. I feel like I'm eating one of those crepe cakes from 6 years ago that went viral, but every so often I get a foreign crunch that just doesn't sit right. That's how this feels a little bit. What am I even saying anymore? Moving on. At this point in the story, I feel a lot of momentum lost. It seems that Discord's understanding of Screwball more now, or at least it did seem like that, but we're still in this limbo where Screwball is mad and they don't talk to each other. Back to Mothball. He is being guarded at all times at the hive so he won't escape. The two guards who were introduced at the beginning of the series have another meta humor moment where they acknowledge how only royal changelings have hair, which goes on for so long.
Well, what made you stop wearing that wig?
Wig?
Yeah, you know, the wig you wore when we were both privates?
I never wore a wig.
Oh, come on. Everyone knows only royal changelings grow hair on their heads. Or did you just modify your appearance slightly so you'd have a mane?
I'll have you know that mane was 100% natural.
Naturally made.
How dare you!
We cut to a random market where Applejack sees Fluttershy cheating on Discord. Gasp.
Think they're cousins or something? Or brother and sister? They seem to like to cuddle a lot.
Cinnamon Roll, hon, stay by the car, will ya?
Randomly, Discord shows up to this market and Applejack tries to hide it from him. Obviously, that fails.
Oh, but you're the cutest.
I'm the cutest.
Discord? Discord!
Fluttershy is acting noticeably weird. I don't know why Discord falls for that this easily. I don't get it. I get that this is shocking to see, but there has been changelings around everywhere very recently. Wouldn't he think about that? Wouldn't he suspect it a little bit? Also, this part is a little weird.
Couldn't you have used the breath mint, though?
Hey, it would have been less awkward had the general sent a female to play Fluttershy instead of you.
What does it matter? It's all acting.
In my headcanon, they are in love. After seeing Fluttershy cheating, Discord goes into a flashback with Chrysalis. I don't know why this spurred this specific flashback. At first, it seems Discord did have a romantic past with Chrysalis, and he's going to go back with her, but that's not the case at all.
Oh, you haven't seen anything yet! I can make them in the shapes of dragons, scorpions, winged pigs, hippogriffs, manticores, your head on my shoulder. Wait, why is your head on my shoulder?
Oh, I was just, a little sleepy, so
I think this is to show Discord is going to just be evil again, because anytime something bad happens to Discord, he's gonna take it out on everyone else. Also, this flashback Celestia roast is crazy.
The soap was just a mistake!
The only mistake I see here is you.
But to backtrack a little bit back to the cheating thing, I feel like Discord should really question Fluttershy's cheating a little bit more. He knows Fluttershy, or he should. He's been with her for 17 years. She's not like that at all. Discord is just dumb, I guess.
You ponies want a freak show? Well, guess what? There's nothing holding me back anymore.
We cut back to Screwball and her little brother. This is another scene I'm pointing out just because it completely ceases tension again on anything that's happened so far.
Taking Zany for a walk.
But you're sitting.
It's called resting, because we've been walking for such a long time. Well, not really that long, but still. What are you doing?
Playing catch with the Tri-Pies and Gemstone. Our parents are all busy today, so we decided to hang out.
Where are the twins?
And another epic meta joke.
You got the ball or what? We've been waiting for I don't know, half a scene.
Mothball disguises himself as a mystery pony and tries to warn Screwball that her baby brother is actually his mom disguised, but he isn't able to get it out because Discord shows up.
Careful who you trust, Screwy! Nothing's what it seems!
What?
Discord convinces Screwball to mess around with him and be evil, because why not?
If it's revenge you're looking for, I know where we can find that pesky gold-digging colt who used to tease you in school. Don't you think we should teach him a lesson about being nice to his fellow ponies?
He could use a lesson.
The best part is, there's no teacher this time to give you detention.
So, while Discord and his children are off to beat up some minors, Applejack warns the real Fluttershy about what Discord is doing.
Can't imagine.
There's no use pretending, Sugar. I saw you.
What?
Discord saw you with that stallion. I can understand his anger, but this is a bit extreme for...
Applejack! How can you even suggest such a thing?
I saw her.
Really, Applejack? Surely you know Fluttershy is the last pony to engage in such adulterous acts, even if Discord is her husband.
Rarity!
Screwball.
I don't think she understands what's going on. She probably thinks it's just a game. If I could just find them and talk to them.
Fluttershy is carrying the world on her shoulders. Bro, give that girl a glass of wine and a cigarette.
You know what I need right now in this moment of chaos? A cold cigarette to ease the pain.
Screwball almost murders her bully, and Discord does this.
He's just like a little baby going, wah, 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 wah.
He looks so dumb with that turnip on his head.
I know, right?
But Dad, don't you think it was a little mean when you started banging his head repeatedly into the ground?
Oh, well, how about a game of catch? Only instead of throwing the ball, we'll throw the pitcher.
Too far, I think. The main six meet up and talk about what's going on, and Twilight straight up blames Fluttershy.
Fluttershy, I thought you had Discord under control.
She can't do everything. She can't control this literal chaotic being all the time. He did it. Twilight also almost immediately goes to the last resort in turning all of Fluttershy's family to stone.
Harmony.
What? Twilight, we can't. We can't turn them to stone. They're my family. Poor little Zanie's just a baby. And Screwball. I promise she'd never suffer such a fate.
Like, Jesus. Queen Chrysalis goes and taunts the main six as Discord, further complicating things and confusing everyone more.
What's happened to him?
He's flipped his wig.
I'm sorry, Fluttershy, but it must be done.
No.
It's the only way to save Equestria.
After that, Aquafresh confronts Screwball about everything that's been going on, and this trickles down to literally her whole friend group disowning Screwball, including Dinky, who I feel was a bit overdramatic about this.
No, you're not my best friend.
Dinky, how can you say that?
I wanted to believe that Gold Digger and Silvertree were wrong about you, but now I see they were right. You're just like your dad. You're bad.
Again, no nuances. Everyone just takes things at face value, but I'll cut them some slack. They're teenagers. And I forgot to mention, but Chrysalis is going back and forth. She escaped for a moment to go be Discord, but she's also the baby, so keep that in mind. After Screwball loses all of her friends, she is understandably upset, and her dad have this crazy yelling match.
But with the princess.
Who cares? Who cares what your vile mother thinks?
Dad, why do you keep talking about Mom like that?
Oh my god. Discord says Fluttershy left him when he literally did not talk to her at all about this. 17 years. You're not even gonna talk about it? Come on. Screwball does not believe that her mother would cheat, and we see some acting chops being used.
You promised you would never be evil again. You promised the princesses. You promised Mom. You promised me.
Applause. Screwball finally finds out that her baby brother is actually Queen Chrysalis, and her powers have been weakened because she's been feeding off of her love for this entire time. She's almost captures but escapes at the last minute, and this ends episode 7. Now we move on to the final episode.
You're the very thing
I didn't know that I was searching for.
This episode is actually a part of Make-A-Wish. I believe the person who made the wish is involved somehow. I couldn't figure out where, so please comment if you know. I also checked, and as far as I can tell, this person is still out there, so yeah, I'm glad to hear that. Episode 8 in the finale starts off with another flashback where it is revealed that Celestia's killer roast was actually Chrysalis pretending to be Celestia. This action will be relevant later.
You're a freak, Discord.
Queen Chrysalis looks for Screwball in the Everfree Forest after she escaped, and one of Mothball's sympathetic guards helps him out.
Mantis, what is it? Nothing, Your Majesty.
This is a very sweet scene, and it actually did have some build up, so this was very nice. We see a very familiar face in Zecora next, who was a big part in furthering the plot in everyone's romantic lives previously.
You do not want help alike on your conflicting emotions for Spike?
I don't have feelings for Christy North.
And her being in this is no different. Mothball and Screwball take refuge in Zecora's house, and pretty much immediately Zecora can see through Mothball's disguise. Plus, we get some more killer line delivery.
I don't know what you're talking about, frankly. It's, I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, a changeling wouldn't help any pony, but I don't know who this Mothball guy is. Yeah, I mean, Mothball, what a dumb name, right?
Zecora helps Mothball see that he does in fact have a heart, and that he does have feelings for Screwball.
Our bodies are forming a heart? What was that?
That
is what happens when two become one.
Again, Zecora carries these couples on her back. Oh my gosh, I know she's tired. Later on, Screwball wakes up from her coma, and when she sees Mothball, she gets really mad at him for some reason. I believe it's because of his mom hatching an evil plan and her just finding out about that. But Mothball has reiterated time and time again that he does not feel that way.
You betrayed me! What a relief! I am so glad we got that cleared up! I am so glad we could go back to living the way we were! La-di-da-di-da! Oh, no! Wait! We can't! Because you know what? My father has been tricked, and now he's probably gonna get turned to stone, and oh, Celestia knows what else is gonna happen!
Screwball runs off into the forest to her special spot, and Mothball runs after her. They have a little romantic song, which has a very awkward start, but
I feel a connection. We yada yada harmonize. Our bond cannot be broken. Though Dracula might criticize.
But oh my gosh, it was actually all a dream. Why? I don't know. That wasn't real, I guess. After fighting with Screwball, Discord is distraught after losing pretty much his whole family. I do like that Discord doesn't get any fulfillment after turning evil. He still just wants to be with his family. That's good character development, even if he did relapse a couple times. Fluttershy and the gang show up to turn Discord to stone again because Chrysalis is a master manipulator and tricked them into thinking he was just being evil. I don't know if it's because I've consumed a lot of this content now, but I was feeling extremely confused.
I'm extremely confused. You're confused, I'm fucking confused, bro.
The amount of characters and story beats and changelings pretending to be other characters, flashbacks and dreams. Oh my god. I just couldn't tell what was real, what was happening, and where it was going. And honestly, it could just be me. I don't know. I'm not all there right now. Again, with this lack of communication, Discord blows up. His baby betrays him, and he just gives into them turning him to stone, which is unnecessary because he is surrendering.
Well, what are you waiting for? Do it.
Discord?
Are you all deaf? I said do it!
Oh my god. Screwball shows up at the last second and reveals Chrysalis. Of course, Chrysalis goes on her evil spiel, explaining all of her devious deeds, including ruining Twilight's love life and ruining Rarity's love life. She was going to mess with Applejack as well, but didn't because of reason logic. It's not really clear why she did this. She basically just said she wanted to. So, okay.
Alright.
The changelings and the ponies battle it out, and the changelings mess with all the ponies' insecurities with their loved ones. I think this is a really cool idea, and I think it might have happened in the show, but I'm not 100% sure right now. It does go on a little too long, unfortunately. As I said before, there's a lot of characters, and every time a moment like this happens, the author tries to include a little snippet of every single one of them, so it does drag a little bit. The momentum is halted again when all of the children come in to help. I think we just spend too much time on this Pinkie Pie and all of her triplets having canon things. I don't know. All the tension that was built up in that changeling part goes away because there's no suspense.
You must wear your mustache at all times. Mustache! Ready, girls? Ready! Aim! Fire!
Chrysalis in fighting Discord reveals that this is all, in fact, because of her Delulu-ship with Discord 20 years ago.
Now I can have my revenge!
For what?
For rejecting me!
Wait a minute. You had a crush on me?
It's been over 2 decades, and Discord didn't even actually reject her. She did not even tell him. She just got jealous because Discord said Celestia was pretty. Bro literally ripped out her own heart because he said Princess Celestia was pretty. That's like saying grass is green. Fluttershy tries to protect Discord, and it happens again, y'all, but this time Fluttershy is dead. It's not funny, but it kind of is. I was watching this mouth agape.
You killed her! You killed the only mare I've ever loved!
They fully thought she was dead, but this moment leads into the best song of the series.
Did you once think of how I felt when you spoke of princesses, pink hair and love had forever turned my heart black? Do you know what it's like to be heartless? To never have reason to cry? To never take joy in the pleasure surrounding you. If you have, then it's time for you to die.
Banger. Screwball is pissed because, first of all, she couldn't see her boyfriend, and second of all, her parents are dead. Explicitly in that order.
You kept Mothball away from me. Practically murdered my parents.
Look for cover!
Oh shit, she's got a bow!
I need to stop. Screwball and Chrysalis have an epic battle. Mothball shows up and Chrysalis reveals that Mothball does in fact have a dad, and that is the reason he has a heart and looks so different. Previously, it stated that changelings don't need a father, it just comes from the queen. I think most of the changelings don't have fathers, but Mothball does. All I'm wondering is who the hell the dad is. Is he just some guy? Anyway, Chrysalis has a level 10 crash out, and mind you, because of Discord.
Truly feel.
Enough of this! I will not have you interfering any longer!
No!
And is going to kill Screwball until Mothball steps in. And they defeat Chrysalis with the power of love.
Kiss me.
Whoa, what?
Quit stalling and meet your fate!
Kiss me. Now.
I can't.
You have to.
Do I always have to make the first move?
He's kissing my daughter! You're just seeing this? He's kissing my daughter! This is a great moment and all. Yay, the day is saved and all that. But I would like to object the fact that they're still kissing!
Wow.
Aw, your mom's dead, by the way.
Don't you know how to shake a paw? Look, do you want my daughter or not?
Oh, okay.
Your wife just died.
I'm proud of you, Screwy. You lost yourself in your emotions, but in the end, you didn't lose sight of what was truly important. The love for your family, the love for your friends, and the love for your cult.
Fluttershy, she's dead. Did I imagine that happened?
Fluttershy!
I'm sorry, Discord.
Okay, there we go. But it's okay. She's not actually dead. It's good to know that if she was, the people she loved would take their sweet time noticing. The whole Discord family hugs, including Mothball, and we fade into our final scene where we get the conclusions on all of the relationships in the show. Rarity fixes her marriage. Spike and Applejack are stronger than ever. Literally every single pairing has a happy ending except Thunderdash and Aquafresh. They decide to be friends for the moment because Aquafresh is still scared of Screwball.
I'm sorry, I just find it hard after all the stuff that's happened in school.
Look, Aquafresh, I like you and all, but for this to work, you're just gonna have to accept who my friends are. Maybe we should just be friends for now, until we can be in a place for something more.
I'd like that.
Well, I guess this is more of a maybe on their relationship. I think they're being really healthy. This is probably the healthiest relationship in the whole show. Turns out the whole narration was actually Twilight reading the story to her child and various other fan children. Very Shrek. And the most Shrek thing is the ending, which is an upbeat musical number. But I can't help it. I'm a sucker for stuff like this. This song is...
Once upon a time I was sad and lonely. Didn't ever think there could possibly be more. Then you came around and you opened up my eyes. You're the very thing I didn't know that I was searching for.
I don't know how I feel about this double duet. The song is something. All of the couples are shown at the end, and one is noticeably drawn by a different artist. I'm sure this is just a weird coincidence, but it is kind of funny.
You're the very thing I didn't know that I was searching for. You're the very thing. Oh yeah, the very thing. Searching for.
And that is the end. There's no more dialogue, no more context, no epilogue. That's it. And as far as I'm concerned, this is the end of this story on YouTube. I'm not sure if there's a continuation in fanfiction anymore. Let me know if there is. So I think this is concluding our BOD cinematic universe. Though this series was better in a lot of ways from Bride of Discord, I think I like Bride of Discord a little more just because of 1, nostalgia, and 2, because I think it was more fun to watch. But my brain always feels like Swiss cheese after consuming this much content, so I really don't know how I feel. I had a really hard time following the series sometimes because it was so convoluted at parts that I had to go back and check what was going on. Plus, the amount of new characters to keep track of was harder than I anticipated. I was watching this very intently, by the way. I wasn't doing anything on the side, but I don't know, it could have just been me. Please don't harass this creator or anything again. I think you guys were good before. I just want to reiterate, this is a very old fanfiction. The first one was from 10 years ago and this one is from about 8 years ago. I'm sure the creator has grown a lot since this point, and I don't want any ill will or anything. We're just having a goofy, silly time reliving my childhood a bit. This year, I really want to revisit more of my childhood in YouTube videos. I just have a lot of fun looking at some weird stuff I used to watch or read when I was younger. So if you guys want to see that, let me know. And let me know anything you would like me to cover. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please share and subscribe. Thank you if you made it this far. You are really cool. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, peace.